Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Mondays with Marketing. My name is Jake Harmon. I am one of the agent marketing specialists here at the We Marketing Agency and the host of Mondays with Marketing. This week, we're going to jump right back into kind of where we finished off last week. Last week, we were talking, it was our part one discussion of getting started with Facebook ads. This week, it's part two of that same discussion. As always, excuse me. As always, if you want to get involved in the conversation, click on the link at the top of this stream that will allow StreamYard and myself to see who you are and allows you to, when you leave comments, we can put them up on the screen and be able to highlight you and have an open discussion about this. And of course, if any questions come up throughout, even if it's not something you want to add to the discussion per se, but it's an actual question, leave that in the comments and I will do my best to answer them either in real time or by the end of the episode. If I don't get to it or if it's something that I can't quite answer right away, myself or one of the other members of the marketing team will be sure to respond to your comment throughout today. All right, so if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's jump into this part two of getting started with Facebook advertising. So previously, we talked a little bit about the different types of ads. We talked about how to build audiences and where to put your ads as well. Today, we're talking about setting up a budget and, setting up a budget, the different metrics that you should be looking at as well. And what was the last one on there? Basically the final steps on actually setting this up, making sure that you're getting the proper ROI, how to do different A/B testing, and to really make your ads shine. All right, so here we go. So starting at the beginning, you think you're, after what we talked about last week, you think you're ready to set a budget and get going, right? Not so fast. So there's a couple things that you have to ask yourself before you can actually set a proper budget and get things going. Couple good places to start is, do you want to grow your Facebook fans? Is your goal just simply to increase visibility of your brand and your business? Do you want to get new email subscribers? So more newsletters, more people subscribing to your neighborhood news, things like that. And do you want more product sales? We all want more product sales, right? For real estate, our products it's the houses. So do you want more people more clients who are ready to buy? And if so, what is your revenue target for the year? So those are all great places to start. Answering those questions will help a couple things. It's going to help you to estimate the number of sales you're going to need to hit your revenue target for the year. And it's going to help you accurately calculate the ad spend required to reach your goals and increase ROI. So a little bit of some basic math to kind of get you started and give a little primer into what we're about to get into with metrics and how things are calculated. If you can see in the graphic in the top left, that's a simple version of, you'll need 200 visitors if your conversion rate is 0.5% to make one sale. If you have a conversion rate of 1%, you'll need 100 visitors. And we'll talk more about conversion rates and these sales as well in just a moment. But to kind of take it a little bit of a step further, say you want to make 5 sales in the year, and you have a 1% conversion rate on your ads, it means you're going to need at least 500 people to not only see your ad, but then go into your Facebook page, check you out, hopefully get to your website, sign up for a newsletter, things like that, in order to get those 5 sales. All right, so some key metrics to check out as we are getting started on setting up our ads and getting things going. Cost per result. So some of these are pretty big. I'm going to just briefly go through all these different things. It's a very brief, basic kind of bit of information on what each of these metrics are, and then we'll kind of take it from there. This is the part where definitely, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I will try to answer them as I go on this. So cost per result. This is the average cost of ad based on delivered results. To get that calculation, you're going to divide the total amount spent by the number of recorded results. Your recorded results could be anything. It could be, a click on your ad. It could be a newsletter sign up. It could be a neighborhood news sign up in our case. It could be a varied amount of just different things that you want, whatever you're trying to get. Ad impressions. This is how many times your ad was shown. This is not necessarily how many times, I saw your ad or Joe down the street saw your ad. This is how many times Facebook put the ad in somebody's newsfeed and they scrolled past it. Does that mean they stopped to look at it? No. But it's how many times that they had an opportunity to actually see the ad that you're putting out. Ad frequency, this is where we get more involved in the individuals and them actually taking a second to stop, look at your ad, and how many times they saw it. So it's how many times one individual saw your ad. If you're doing a simple branding campaign where you just want more people to get to your page and get to know who you are, you're going to want a high number of ad frequency. You're going to want me, Joe down the street, anybody to see your ad several times, because then that's us. That's really, you're getting engraved into my brain. It's just like the idea of, when you're driving down the street and you see a billboard. We see the same billboards every day. I mean, any one of us, if you drive down the 8 East, you see those 3 billboards in a row for Verona. They're within like 20 feet of each other each. And every single time, without fail, I'm driving, I read what's on those. That's what this is. So I'm understanding then what Verona is and what they want me to know, which is just that they exist and that they're a great casino, according to them. In your guys' case, so you're going to want people to see your ads and really understand who you are and why you'd be a great realtor. If this is for lead gen, so you want people to actually click on your ads, you want a lower number. It's because ideally these people are going to see your ad, they're going to connect with your ad, and they're going to understand who you are, that you could help, and they're going to click on it right away to get you just start getting into your pipeline of potential clients. All right. Ad clicks. Pretty self-explanatory. This is just how many times Facebook users clicked on your ads. Your click-through rate. This has to do with impressions and your ad clicks. So this is the ratio of clicks to impressions. You take the total number of clicks and divide it by the impressions. So if you have 100 people or 100 impressions of your ad and you got 5 clicks on the ad, that's a 5% impression or click-through rate. That's pretty solid. If you had, 1,000 impressions and you only had 2 people actually click on it. I believe math serves me right. That's 2%. Yeah, it should be 2%. No, I'm terrible at math. 0.2%. Anyway, you get the idea. Math is not my strong point. Marketing is, but math is not. So total number of clicks divided by the total number of impressions. All right, next up here is cost per click and cost per impression. So cost per click, or CPC, is the amount that you spend on when your ad is clicked. So this is basically, if I click on your ad, how much is that ad costing? How much is that click costing you? How many times was that viewed by other people? How many times did people not click on it? So it's the amount that you spend on when the ad is clicked. And then the CPI, cost per impression, is the amount you spend per 1,000 ad views. And this is all calculated by multiplying the ad cost by 1,000 and dividing the result with the number of impressions. So cost per click, this kind of goes back to our previous slide where we briefly talked about click-through rate. It's a similar idea there with, if you spend, and we'll go, this kind of is also under cost per conversion. If you spend X amount of dollars on total clicks, how much is that divided by the impressions? Okay. Conversion rate, the percentage of users who click on your ad and actually become a client. So this is a full-on conversion. Now, if your ad's goal is to get newsletters, it changes from becoming a client to how many people actually subscribe to your newsletter. If it's to get more people to sign up for neighborhood news, same idea. All right. Cost per conversion is the amount you spend for each sale or lead. So for example, if you spend $200 on Facebook ads to get 10 new clients or 10 new subscribers, you have a CPC of $20. So you can kind of take those little mini calculations and apply it in a much larger scale, obviously across, the real estate spectrum of what you're trying to do with your ads and how much you're spending. Okay, no questions yet. So we're going to move on. This is just a brief kind of like quick image on the average cost per click on various Facebook ads. So you could see if you look real closely, apparel ads tend to are approximately cost about 45 cents per click. Auto people running auto ads, they generally have to spend $2.24 per click. If you go all the way to the right here in purple, here you see real estate ads. Believe that number looks to be about $1.81 per click. And again, that's just a click. That's not necessarily them actually doing anything. So this is where once they click on your ad and it takes them to your desired place, if that is a newsletter sign up landing page, you want to make sure that wherever they're going matches what the ad said. So if the ad was talking about, check out this virtual tour of this house, and they're like, oh, that house looks cool, I want to click on it. And then they click on it, and then it takes them to a landing page that just asks for their name, email, and email address to sign up for your newsletter. They're probably not going to fill out that form because they were expecting to see a virtual tour. Now, if the ad was talking about, just some great benefits of using a realtor to help sell your house, and then it brought them to a landing page that had them, enter their name and email address, and in return, they're going to get this great presentation of the benefits of selling your house by using a realtor, then they're likely going to fill it out because it's taking them from where they expected to where you want, and everything matches up. So that's where this money kind of comes in, and where you're going to help get the most ROI. Couple quick tips for some great ads. First, keep it simple. Don't use a photo with too many details. Try to highlight 1 to 3 simple, high-value benefits of your business, in this case of you. Use interesting layouts. Take photographs from interesting angles that will intrigue the viewer. So put things in places that people might not be expecting. And the whole goal is think about when you're laying things out, think about how the eye is naturally going to go. If you want them to focus on something in the bottom left corner, and it's very kind of clean and simple, not much going down over there, but you have a lot of busy stuff in the top right corner, the eye is going to go up there. The eye may never even see the bottom left corner. So just kind of take some of those things into perspective. Experiment with perspective. Use high or low angles to draw the eye naturally to the corner of the image. So again, those two tie into each other. Think about how things are going to go in order, where things naturally are drawn to attention. Customize each ad text for a different audience. So if you have an ad for buyers and an ad for sellers, you don't want those ads saying the same thing. Even if it is an ad meant to describe you and how great of a realtor you are and how you can benefit them, you don't want to say the exact same things because it's just going to be very general. You want to explain, why you're great for people to use you to help sell their home for one ad. And then the other ad, how you've been able to help, first-time buyers get into their dream home. Those can be 2 separate ads with very similar text, but targeted towards those audiences specifically. And then finally, this is the best advice I can give to anybody when they're doing ads, especially in real estate: be unapologetically you. Okay, you're selling yourself, what you can do for your clients. So make sure that what they see on the internet is what they're going to get in real life. And then finally here, test, and test some more. So test different versions of each of your ads against each other to see what works and what can be approved. This can be something super simple where you don't even change any ad copy, but maybe one version of the ad has a photo, the other version has a video. Maybe one version of the ad has a photo of a house with an overhead shot, and the B version of that ad has that same house, but with a forward-facing shot. Say one has a video that's a virtual tour. The other one is more of a kind of, bird's eye view going over things. And then also test different ad copy. You can use the exact same photos, videos, everything the same, but then tweak what you say in each one. See what resonates with your audience more and what is getting you the most ROI. What is getting people to click on your ads and ultimately convert. All right, guys, that wraps up this episode of Mondays with Marketing and our 2-part discussion on getting started with Facebook ads. I don't see any questions coming in through the board, so I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We are now starting to stream this on YouTube. So if you didn't get a chance to see this live, you can revisit this here in the LinkedIn page, in the private page, Facebook group that we're in now, and on the We Marketing YouTube channel. If you want to get in touch with anyone on the We Marketing team, go ahead and text code word marketing to 530-487-0197 to get in touch. You could also email marketing at wemarketingagency@gmail.com. That's WHEMARKETINGAGENCY@gmail.com. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And we will be back next week with an all new episode. Take care. Have a good week.